Hello everyone, my name is Nyomba Arnold, and I and my group we had a debate where our motion was about the negative effects of family planning on African culture. You can start this debate by asking yourself, what is family planning? Family planning refers to the method and practice used by individuals and couples to control their birth. There are many different ways of family planning, including use of peers and other methods. So in this debate we are going to have two sides, starting with the proposal side composed of Arnold Dimena, Ernest Nowera, and the opposer side composed of Winika Mashazi, Daniela, and Saidima Nirambon. So we can start our debate by hearing the first speaker of the proposal side, which is Imena, and Winika Mashazi will be the following. Our debate will also consider the use of body language and proper time management, use of facts and evidence. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Dawera Mutumukonda. I'm a first speaker on proposing side. I'm here to support a motion that says that a family planning policies have a negative effect on African culture. Of course, it affects negatively the African culture. In many countries, to have a large family or to have more children is not their personal choice, but is an important part of their culture. For example, in Nigeria, some of the people there, they got a traditional job because of the numbers of children they have or family members. So whether those policies of family planning enforced in the actions, this will reduce job opportunities there. So this can impact negatively this culture and their lifestyle. From that, this can cause economic growth to decline. From that point, this family planning also can cause a decline in development of some countries, because whether you don't have any job, you can live in life you want, you can get anything you want or any needs. So that's my point. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Kamasha Zwini, and I'm here to oppose the motion stating that family planning policies are negatively impacting Africa. And my first point is that family planning policies help to control overpopulation, where a family is able to plan to give birth to kids they can be able to support. Here, these children are able to access good health care, where the parents are able to take good care of them because they had planned for them. And my other point is that family planning policies help ladies to advance in what they're doing, because if a woman is in a house and all they do is giving birth or like being pregnant, they won't be able to advance in their careers. They'll always be at home taking care of the children. But once they have family planning policies in their family, they will be able to give birth, take care of the child, and they also be able to go back to the jobs and also advance in their careers. My other point is that family planning policies help to fight against financial crisis in families, because families are able to plan, and family planning policies help families to be financially stable, because their families already have a plan. They have a plan of the children they will have, of what they will spend. So family planning policies, I support that they're not negative, instead they're positive in families in Africa. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. My name is Ernest Kugimana, and I'm here on the side of proposing, where I'm going to propose about the motion which is talking about the family planning policies negatively impact African cultures, which is true, because my colleague have been saying that it reduces pressure of resources, while when you are going to give a birth, you first need to plan for your kid. It doesn't depend and the source that you have, it depends on how you plan for your children.
I would like to correct you by saying that you don't have to give back according to children. You have to first see what available resources you have, and then you have to plan the number.
You are saying that it reduces the pressure on the sources.
Yes.
While for me, if I have a power of planning for my children, what they are going to eat, what they are going to wear, about the school fees, why are you going to meet me about the giving back?
I would like to correct my point. Maybe you had me wrong here. I said it increases pressure on resources. This is the problem is if you have a large number of children in a family and you don't have enough resources, there will be a lot of pressure for you to find resources. But if you had planned before and you had enough resources, you had given birth to children you had planned for, you won't have pressure looking for resources. That's what I meant. Thank you.
You are opposing yourself.
No, I'm not opposing myself.
You are
I'm
saying
still
that if
supporting myself.
if you have been planning for them to give child, you need to plan for them without telling me that I'm going to make the family planning while I have a power and the resource to take care of my children.
I don't get you. Could you please repeat your point?
I'm saying that you are saying that for me you are opposing yourself. How you are opposing yourself? You are saying that you need to plan for your children. If you are going to plan for your children, it means that you have a source to take care of your kids. It means that you have a source to pay for school fees. You have a source to pay for the clothes. You have the source to pay for the what they are going to eat, which is not going to require you to make family planning. Since I have the resource to take care of my kid, I have an opportunity to give a number of the children that I need.
No.
I guess as a point of information, according to what you're saying, family planning is for stingy families, those who like much of excessive resources to use and what. But what we mean that by saying that family planning is negatively affecting the African cultures, as we all know, African culture says that the larger number of the family, the larger number that you're with, the higher possibility that your family is working.
I didn't mean that family planning works in stingy families. You guys are getting me wrong. What I mean is a family, for it to be successful, and as the way he's saying that you have enough resources to pay for children. Yeah, you might have enough money to pay for a child in these 9 schools, but when you can't have the money to take them in, a good international school, yet your children need to have a higher education that's really improved. That's what I mean.
I think the topic is all about African culture.
Yes.
We are not talking about the modern culture.
That's not modern culture.
That's modern culture. Because
How is it
how are you personally going to plan for schools? Yet we
It's
know
not about planning for school. It's part of planning the family development, family improvement. If your children have good education, that's a family improvement. That's improving your family.
I guess your points are going to be answered by his points as well.
Okay.
Another point is that when you are saying about family planning, let us say you have made family planning and you give about only 2 kids. For example, and unexpectedly you meet an accident, and all of your kids are gone. Since when you have not considered those things of family planning and you give it back to the 8 and 10 kids, you are going to unfortunately you meet an accident, you are going to still have some of your children, which is a good thing because you are going to have someone to recover your family. Your family is not going to be disappeared.
Okay, thank you for giving me this time. So I'm also on the opposing side. I'm opposing the motion which is family planning policy negatively affect African culture, which is false. So this is false because it doesn't negatively affect African culture because of the following. In the past days, they have different activities such as hunting, cultivating, and other traditional activities. But what you have to know is that culture may be developed. Culture needs development. So how the world develop and the culture also develop. So we have to unlearn that. we must not beget many children for helping us on different activities because we have to plan before providing a birth to the children. My first point is development and well-being. So when the family use this family plan, the number of a population will be decreased, and it will raise the opportunities of being employed and other different opportunities. The second point is optimistic.
Point of value.
Point of what?
As we've seen past days, we get to know that the countries with the biggest populations are known to be the most developed and the most wealthy country. First of all, think of China, the biggest populated country in the world and wealthy. So, how are you defining that that will lead to unemployment or any other negative impact?
Okay. Okay. Let me answer your question. In China, in 2015, they set a policy which said that every Chinese person must produce only or must beget only one child. So they changed it
What is the source of information?
a source of information. Go to Google and you will find it. So in 2018, they shifted to that every parent must have only two children. So the China is facing the impact of a population. That's what you have to know. They are facing that impact of population. Yeah. So for the last point is optimistic and opportunities. So imagine you are going to apply for a job and you find a absolute majority. Will you trust that you will have that job? Exactly no, because the more number of people, the more number of
Hello, my name is Aimenda Hirono. I'm the third speaker from the proposing side, proposing the motion which states that family planning policies negatively impacts the African culture. So as a third speaker, I'm summing up what all my other speakers just said. The first speaker said about how family planning policies are challenging traditional rules, like where we've seen traditionally in our culture, in our African culture, women are closely tied to motherhood and child rearing. And the third speaker was talking of more of disrupting social support networks, which was indicated by where large families were known to provide a strong social safety net. And as a third speaker, I would like to add on as that family planning policies are undermining cultural identity. In most of the African countries, wealthy was indicated by a high number of children per family, a large number of kettles owned, and as a matter of fact, in Rwanda we also did that. We also used to value someone's wealthy by how many children she had birth of, or how many kettles or cows she owned. Thank you. That was my points.
Thank you. My name is Ineza Daniela, and as you see, I'm on the opposing side, opposing the motion which says that the family planning policies are negatively affecting the African culture, which we found out that it's not true, because as my other colleagues said, like it will increase like the unemployment rate and also the overpopulation affecting the countries, and also my other fellow colleagues say that the pressure on the resources, like providing for your kids, and me as adding on, as you said, like these policies are affecting like what our cultures used to be. For instance, one of the policy I can say is like contraceptive pills, and
for instance, in the past, maybe they used to use abstinence. We are all humans. I don't think you can be able to be abstinent from day one to day last, because we all are humans. We have bodies, and maybe you can be somehow controlled by it, because you also have emotions. So I think you can use these family planning policies to help you like deal with your body, for you to plan for your family as well. And also without family planning, you see, as we live in a huge environment, some kids might even commit suicide.
Ladies and gentlemen, have reached our end of this debate. But first of all, I will end this debate by thanking all the side by providing evidence and facts. I've seen that you have done some research about this motion, and through the analyzing of evidence and facts, I've seen that the opposing sides have many facts which are effective and the evidence which are effective, and according to time management, use of body language, and I've seen that the opposing teams are the winners. Congratulations to opposing team.